Tonight on Poker After Dark, 6 coaches, 1 winner.
We're trying to represent a coaching site right now. I'm not even sure if you're aware of this. Yeah, sign up now, pokercoaching.com. Learn from Faraz.
As Season 12 Sit and Go kicks off with a bang,
Chip leader.
giving Brad Owen a headache.
Ow, that's so sick.
He's a nice boy.
Well, there's an old saying, the only thing you need to play this game is a chip and a chair. Poker actually isn't about winning and losing. Poker is about making the right decision. When luck shuts the door, you got to come in through the window.
Doyle just double-checked his hole cards. Doesn't look like he has a flush.
What's taking so long? Let's go.
Wow, Doyle's doing a lot of talking over there. This could be a bluff.
We don't stop playing because we get old. We get old because we stop playing. That's poker, folks.
Every now and again, it's nice to have a throwback. What do I mean? Well, Poker After Dark has been on for a long time, and tonight we harken back to the glory days when Poker After Dark was simply a sit and go. Welcome one and all to Aria Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada, specifically the Poker After Dark Suite. Yours truly, Ali Najad, pleased to be bringing you the call as the PokerCoaching.com crew gathers round the purple felt at 5K ahead, 6 deep, and a little bit of a turbo. Not quite the 20K we used to play back in the days, but amongst friends, that's plenty. No re-entries, winner-take-all format. Blinds are going to start at 500, 500, and they'll be going up in very short order. Each player has a 30-second shot clock and 3 60-second time banks. Jonathan Little, James Romero, Matt Affleck, Brad Owen, Faraz Jaka, and Justin Saliba. 1 through 6. Brad Owen in the 4-hole. We'll start with the button. Jaka and Saliba in the blinds, and Jonathan Little. We saw some action in a hybrid cash game recently.
They
James Romero
went up right around April and May, and it's kind of been trickling down since then. But
Damn it, I want to 3-bet the first hand.
yeah,
all the way around to Faraz Jaka.
it was like, we were on like a steady growth, and then it was just like
I really
spike
wanted
and
to-
sort of
I
like
really
trickle
wanted
down.
to
So like in theory, if you
flop.
were to draw a line, it's like we just got like a little bit of bonus when COVID happened, but it's been slowly trickling down. The Black Friday is always good. Holiday time's always good.
Pair of 3s for Saliba. Good for middle pair.
When I say trickling down, it's like this steady number, so it's fine.
Goes
Not-
check,
not
check.
worried
My
about it.
friends in the app space said that their pools went up by 1,000%.
Their
At the beginning,
pools?
their player pools.
Oh,
Same
At the
story
very
on the
beginning.
turn.
yeah.
In America.
And a
Sure.
6 actually
They all
gives
dropped
Jaka the
a
best
ton
hand now.
since then, but
Cool. Everybody went broke.
In football season, right? In sports and stuff.
Like more. Well, yeah, they just had no poker, so they.
I'd have put another one out there.
Cheeky value bet
Yep.
as the 3 pays off.
That's a lot.
Chip leader.
A lot of
Now let's chop.
I invest in a few like other training site apps
Cash
like,
out for
for
$10.
fitness and
Big stack of
shit
the.
like, stuff like
You
that.
can go get a
all of them had good like,
signature
a lot of growth
margarita
during
at
COVID.
Javier's.
Faraz Jaka wins the first pot.
There's this
University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. Same place Alex Ding went to school.
Really good.
stuff from at home and
A
whatnot.
line item on his resume, BA in economics and business. The
Another called
36-year-old
Easy
actually
to teach
Because I
Says he's homeless
went to Mexico
on
City
Twitter.
like all the training sites did well. Any mobile, any virtual learning
Mullen
did pretty well
but
during COVID.
certainly by choice, given that
Just had there.
he's got over $6.8 million in career tournament earnings.
Raise up to 15.
All right.
Call.
Owen
Heads up.
Picks up Jonathan Little, who defends with King 5 against 5-6 and flops top pair.
I'm going to play quickly. You don't need to use the clock on me.
1,000.
She says, I know your type. I'm still clocking you.
1,000.
1K check called. Now an open ender on the turn for Owen. 2 flush draws on board.
3,000. Call.
Up to
she's
3K on the
And
turn.
you're tall.
This
is a wide table.
1K.
Little going nowhere. As clubs come in.
Check.
Owen waves the white flag, and we'll
Pretty
get a
good.
look at top pair. Well, Jonathan Little is a poker player, a coach, and an author. Engineering and psych
None of you should try to make me fold top pair today.
were his
Just gonna
points of
let you all
emphasis
know.
at the University of West
It's not a
Florida,
good
but he
idea.
decided, nah,
6-5 suited.
didn't finish off. 35-year-old
Steam
lives
up
in
yesterday.
Manhattan.
I'm ready.
Has over $7 million in
I never
career
fold top pair
tournament
anymore.
earnings.
Guys,
First
what?
time I went and played a poker, I final tabled something at PCA, and people asked me what I thought about it, and I said that like it's really cold and overpriced. And my dad said you really shouldn't say that in the interview. It doesn't look good.
Yeah.
You got to make them look good.
Yeah, you do.
I learned that when I was 21.
Raise up to
Big
50.
slick for Brad.
PCA is a pretty polarized one. I feel like people either love it or hate it. I'm in the camp of I love it.
I win every time. I mean, I never have a
love
problem
it.
with it.
5,000.
It's, I'd say 1 out of every 3 times the weather ends up being bad.
Yeah.
I went for
Suited
the
and
first
connected
time
on the
in
button.
For the 25K. But like,
Saliba.
I did it
Bad
where, like,
time
I
to
found
get
out
in the
about
fight.
Food trucks and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
If
we,
you know the food hacks,
we loved it, and like we ate pretty well. And, like,
Yeah.
our whole bill was like, I used the Caesars.
Right.
Yeah, like we did stuff like that. We brought, you know,
The first time I went, I roomed with Andrew Roble and Tom Dwan and Shannon Shore. And
Owen,
4 people?
4 bet
Two
to
of them.
14,000 gets called
We all
by
slept on each other's
Saliba.
flat.
Each player started
And
with
our bill was like
150,000 in chips.
Okay.
that's when I did not have any money either. So
Uh-oh.
it's like, oh my God,
remember those trips.
that's brutal. And it was for some 5K Paradise poker tournament. And I was the only one I cashed for a minimum cash of your buy and back.
I remember Paradise Poker.
The good old days.
I wonder what.
Pretty crazy.
Miserable.
Yeah.
I don't care how much fun
you
I'm having.
you
like,
probably-
that.
They
Keep me up
probably
at
went to
night.
Aura and they probably had the table bill on there. Like every
Probably.
part of it.
We would go to Nobu every day, you know.
I mean, you could have a 10K bill Aura in a night.
Raise.
Justin exceeding his 30-second
You have
shot
a 4K
clock.
bill at Nobu every day. There you go.
I mean, or you can
What do you
just
want?
buy a new Range Rover.
Uses his
What
first
good's a
time
Range
extension
Rover in the Bahamas?
That's true.
before raising to 30,000.
I like Baha Mar a lot.
Yeah, I
That
like
place
it
is
much
great.
better. Much
I
better.
love that place.
I saw it, but
It's really good. I'm never gonna miss that poker tournament there.
It's like
Owen
a
Party does.
calls
like a
the
big
extra
brand new
20.
win.
Yeah, it's sweet.
Does
That
not
type of
improve.
luxury, just like
Check.
on the beach.
I love that place.
when you
like-
went, you had like some type of, you made a contact, right? Like promoted the tournament and stuff to get like expenses or?
No, that was something different. Basically they had me go to make a video blog, so I just like went on a vacation for a week
Gotcha.
ahead of time with my
I
wife.
know they had a bunch of poker players.
That's what I
They
need.
patched them up and.
That's incredible. I have a few friends that do that. They just have a huge Instagram following. They get everything paid for.
40. 40,000.
Yeah.
You'll be there one day. Just keep,
I
keep on
know.
going.
I got 1,000. You know,
Yeah.
we're off to a good start.
That's going to use a time extension of his own here.
2
Probably
views per
less,
person.
but I
No,
don't think
no,
less.
not on no. One view
I
per
think
person.
1.3,
1.1.
1.3 or something. Or,
Okay, so
I don't know,
300
see what it
300,000 unique.
says. Yeah, no, it's still a lot.
What do
yeah.
you-
Yeah.
All right, you
Assume we have the
give
same
50
hand.
bucks out for Justin.
All right, show the bluff, Justin. Come on.
Owen
you bluff,
lays
it's
down
just-
the ace-king.
I just meant for your football analogy, but yeah.
Wasn't
it's
drawn
still a lot.
dead, but
That's
drawn
insanity.
slim.
Yeah.
Even if it's one stadium of people.
Okay.
Poker After Dark is brought to you by Napa Auto Parts and Auto Care Centers. Do it yourself or have it done for you. That's Napa Know-How. and by Cuervo Tradicional, made with 100% agave since 1795. Back inside the Poker After Dark suite, where our sit and go is still six-handed, and Justin Saliba holds the chip lead.
People take this seriously.
Andrew.
It's like it's clearly a joke.
The Doug's
I'll say like, come
You
on,
don't know how
dealer.
sick most people
doing
are.
much
Yeah,
poker
guys,
anymore.
3 and stuff.
Yeah.
Justin Saliba far and away the leader
No,
after
just don't
taking
say
that
anymore.
big pot from
Just don't talk about the dealer anymore.
Brad Owen. Saliba up 48,000, Owen down 40,000.
Yeah,
Or he's doing non-poker stuff.
it's going to be interesting to see
Raise after 3,000.
if he makes any content about his match with Romero. And
I'm sure he'll probably do some like
he played
couple.
this high stakes session here like 2 weeks ago too.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
He's been pretty vocal about how he wants to not do poke content. So
Yeah.
guessing it's just the last few.
Call.
So, Brad, are you going to be playing tournaments or just cash?
Ace King on the button,
I'm
raises and picks up
primarily a
both
passionate player.
blinds.
No, I know that, but your future
Matt.
in the next 10 years.
Taking
I
the
think I wanna play
price
a lot more
after
tournaments, yeah.
James
So, like,
chose to flat with the 2-7s, but
Did
you're
you
still
see
good
the
on the
GG
queen
poker
9 deuce
over
board.
the summer, where I like actually fired in a good chunk of tournaments for the WSOP.
And
so
you were,
I,
like, you were live streaming it or something?
I was live streaming some of it. I made like some other videos out of it as
Round of
well.
checks. All three players with a flush draw. Little's his best.
Okay.
Check.
You look like very confused, like not very.
That's
confused.
No,
his
I'm just
face.
thinking about how
That's how he always looks.
That's the gears churning.
Right.
Second
He's like a
round of
robot.
checks.
I know James well enough now to be able to read that, but I know
Or
what you mean.
pairs on the end.
But so yeah, I think that there's like a ton of value if you have like an audience to do well in tournaments, you know, because people are gonna be like sweating your day twos and stuff like that, and there's more opportunities for
Tournaments are
sponsorships.
incredible. Big six-figure
25,
cashes.
2005.
Right.
People just want to see, like,
7,000.
war.
Oh, 7,000.
Big
Yeah,
scores.
it's super exciting for video content if you can make it deep.
Matt with 5
Even if you just,
high,
like, make it
betting
into the money and make videos from that point on.
7,500 here.
Super fun for people.
3/4 pot.
Got to get that following.
Sheds the ace king and gets called by the 2-7s.
That's good. I thought that was a fold at first.
He had a pair. I already said don't try to bluff people off pairs today.
Romero digs in. Slides himself into second on the leaderboard.
So what separates you from your competition?
I think timing was big. Like I got in at the right time. Now there's so many poker vloggers like trying to get started, and like it's just really easy to get.
You already have market share.
Yeah.
People know who you are.
Yeah.
They like the southern accent.
Yeah. I'm from
You're
Georgia.
tall.
No, I'm from Northern California.
I'm the southern one here.
All right.
You're from Florida originally, right?
Pensacola.
That's cool.
Raise
Oh,
up to
that's not
1,500 for
illegal.
2,000 Romero here.
That's what happens when you don't play poker in a long time.
I've been playing poker.
Call.
I've been playing a ton.
Hands up.
Sorry.
After I had one of my kids, I didn't play for like quite a while, and the first thing I went back to play was like some random 50K at the World Series, and they had all these like weird colored chips when you sit down. They're like purple and green and pink, and I was so disoriented.
You check?
Aren't you first?
I'm button.
Ah, you're the button. Okay, I see. In that case, yes, I'll check.
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 Romero checks back his ace high.
Small in.
Jaka rips it all in into the 6,500 chip pot.
You know it's going to have to say that in the transcript now, that Faraz went all in. They're like,
great.
how much did he bet? All of it.
That's perfect.
It is officially on the record. Faraz went all in and won a nice pot. We'll be back for more after the break. Welcome back to Las Vegas for more Poker After Dark, which is a sit and go this week, and that means it's time for the blinds to go up. Playing 1K 1,500 now with the 1,500 big blind ante.
I figure out how many chips I have.
Not a lot of time to sit back and wait, though the stacks are very deep to start at 150K a man.
1,500 call.
I hired one of your subscribers as one of my horses, and he went from $5 sit and goes. It made me $25,000 in 3 months.
Should go on the confessional.
Yeah.
Advertise to the public.
Raise up to 35.
Is he still with you, or he
Three
got
Oh,
rich
he's
and
still with,
quit?
no, he's still with me.
He's playing tournaments now?
Contracts.
Oh, there you go.
Coaching James now.
Yeah.
Raise
Ace
up to
Jack
35.
running
You guys
into
got a
Ace
crush on each
Queen.
other or something? What the hell's going on?
Someone's
Just
cut
VPO,
off
you know?
raise.
Okay.
We got a blaster.
Piled on by
How do you feel
Saliba.
that Justin picked one person on this table that he was going to go after? And
Feel great.
Come on,
Feel great.
come
Oh, I
Ace Queen.
had Ace Jack.
Good
And
fold
Brad
again.
will be
You're actually
relieved.
crushing me.
Get a look at that
Doesn't look like it.
Ace Queen after laying down the Ace Jack.
title of the vlog.
I'm crushing the table with no chips.
You are though. You just don't. I mean, like,
How it feels.
you folded Ace
to do
King.
that every hand.
Folded Ace King. Terrible.
Saving chips isn't sexy.
It's really good though.
That might be the title of the vlog.
That's a good title.
But on TV, it may make you look stupid if you're
Yeah, I
wrong.
know. I was like,
I was like mortified.
What's the thumbnail?
again, aces, Ace King. I'm stacking him. Forwards Ace King. It's sick.
Well, you saw how sick he
Raise
looked when he
up
did
to
it.
3,005.
I never seen somebody look so sick at the poker table.
Raise up to 9,000.
Oh my God.
It's just too good of a time to go for it.
Jaka with deuce 3 offsuit, getting way out of line here. Owen on the complete opposite side of the spectrum has to decide how to extract the maximum.
30?
Raise up to
Definitely
35.
foolish.
He settles on a 4-bet.
Too good of a time to go for it.
Deep enough.
Every man has his
A little
breaking
deeper.
point.
A little deeper.
You got me with the speech play. I was like, oh, he has it.
See, he does that once every 5 years, and he gets to live up the name of the toilet for as long as he
That is
wants.
exactly accurate.
Wasn't even suited though.
Just gonna give you some content, man.
I appreciate it.
We're trying to represent a coaching site right now.
I'm trying to get
Sign
fired.
up now.
Yeah, sign up now, pokercoaching.com. Learn from Faraz. He played that 3-2
Just
great.
watch.
My webinar views are going to go up. I'm going to steal some Faraz photoshop.
Watch.
Yeah, the worst player here gets
But
fired,
depends who
just so you
wins.
know.
Depends who wins.
Well, it's like the
Oh,
Hunger
shit, that-
Games.
Graded by the worst player graded by the YouTube comments.
Yeah. We'll have a poll in the comments below.
Twitter poll.
Raise up to 4,000.
He was opening a lot.
Who? Oh, yeah.
Apparently, if your VPIP is high enough, cards don't matter anymore. You just 3-bet.
1,000.
Unless they 4-bet it with anything.
1,000.
Yeah.
That's the
Oh,
problem.
I'm sorry.
I just forgot about the sample size part.
Right.
Call. Hands up.
Oh, to be a poker video blogger, that'd be the life, huh?
I don't think anyone's ever said that.
Check.
Seems sweet
Matt
to me.
defended his big blind
It
with
is
the king
pretty.
6
I mean,
suited.
it's good now. In the beginning, you have to do work for like 2 years before like.
Checks to the
You do it for
pre-flop
fun.
villain.
That's it all. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm doing it to make money initially. You're doing it because you like it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like this poker coaching site. Do it because you like it. And
Yeah.
Saliba.
But I think that people who don't have that
C-bet's
mindset, they
2,500.
don't see results like immediately, and then they get burned out.
where it's a hobby. Like everything good starts as a hobby to some extent, and
Raise up to 10,000.
then you ramp it up.
And Matt picking a
This is
good
a very
time to
aggressive
check
poker game,
pop.
guys. You need to chill out.
Yeah.
Had the backdoor diamonds, backdoor straight card
You
working.
think it's winner take all or
My
something?
first pot.
Time
That's
is
my
money.
first pot of poker I've won, I think, since March 14th, live at least.
3-4 of spades.
Well, it took a while for him to get going, but a nice raise from Matt Affleck means he's climbing back up the leaderboard. Stay close. Back inside the Poker After Dark suite, and while we've had no eliminations, we've certainly had plenty of top shelf poker. Let's get right back to the action.
Crazy. Every time I'm big
Raise
Like
up
40
to
hours long.
4,000.
It's gigantic.
40.
Maybe 50, I don't know.
gotta be a
Not
coincidence.
true.
How many
Not
times have
with
I
the
raised your big
membership.
blind?
It's
Every
just
time.
like a.
It's going to be part of Poker Coaching Premium.
It's not like a add-on.
So that took forever. One of my friends has a startup where he basically, it's It's like a tutoring
Calling because I raise your big blind every time?
site
I mean, you have to. It's
for college class. Oh, Johnny. You met Johnny?
Yeah.
Where'd you meet Johnny?
He was at the.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Johnny helped me make this course. He,
I knew
Jaka
Johnny before you knew Johnny.
picked up Owen.
did you?
Check.
No.
Okay.
But we did have a conference.
This is a problem.
Super.
Yeah, I remember that.
Top 2 against
So
top
yeah, so
set.
anyway, he helped me make it, help me organize it and all that. Like I had the content, he helped make
Jaka's
it
check
learnable.
back. Might look like an ace high.
Comes off as like the
Owen
most polite,
checks
nicest
in the
person.
hopes that he gets a bet out of Faraz here.
And he's not? Or?
No, as far as I know, he is.
He is very,
I
he's
thought you were
always been
gonna,
very
like,
nice to me.
No.
Follow that up with.
No.
And then I heard.
Just like eye contact, super polite, like not like you can tell he's acknowledging and listening.
Raise up to 30.
He's sharp.
Super
like him.
positive.
I've been working with him a ton. I like him.
Dreamy
idea, I
development
think,
for
is
Faraz is
his business
Brad.
model. Like I hadn't heard about
Nice
it
check
before. but,
raised.
like, I remember.
Three
He's doing
up to
much better now,
13.
too.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
They're making, well, I don't know if I can talk about what he's doing, but they're like getting him with colleges and stuff, like as
It seems like the
like
perfect
colleges are
business
paying him and
model.
stuff to teach their kids better
Jaka
and whatnot. Which is
content to
Great.
just
Sick.
call the 10,000.
Fantastic.
But like,
These college, some of these college teachers, man, need to be fired.
I'm giving
I
a
had a lot of
presentation.
bad ones.
I'm giving a presentation to MIT's and Harvard's poker club on Friday.
you are?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
5 on the river.
Not be able to sell your own.
Not a scary one.
professor.
And
Or
Owen
make it required.
plunks 23,000 out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of issues with
Under the
teaching systems.
understandable
added econ
presumption
teachers.
that
They can't fire people.
kings and sevens is
you know?
best.
Yeah, that's
like
ridiculous.
There's tenure.
It's insane.
I had an econ teacher. Like I figured out for like in my fraternity, they're like, oh yeah, he'll say you need this version required.
10
Like, don't,
seconds.
doesn't matter. Buy the used version
It's
that's
sick.
70% cheaper.
Yeah.
One for Oz. Going with the time extension here. Don't think he
The
has
world is
any
changing.
doubt that his hand is
Lovely.
best.
Anything like that, because he was doing that. I met him at
70,000?
Hard Rock. I went to
Right,
breakfast.
up to
Your dad was
70,000.
there, I think.
And indeed, the
Some of the
raise to
poker coaching
70,000.
students.
Oh, yeah, with me.
Support.
And
Supports
Johnny
that.
was there. And that's why
Yeah.
I was sitting across from him talking. He told me that business idea. I was
He
like,
almost
wow.
snap called. He
Brad makes the call, and
Wow, that's so sick.
sick is a good way to
that's
describe
odd.
that.
I was like, that sounds like such a good business idea.
Owen down to just 26,000 in his stack of his original 150. Stuck
sometimes
124K.
he has it, which is
What did I just
tricky
tell you
part.
a minute ago?
You just told me.
I just told you he shows you the deuce 3 so that you
Then
can,
you literally never fold him for the rest of your life.
Yeah, and then,
Brutal.
but he knows that you know that. No.
There's a look at
Hey, no, he
Jaka's
just
tally.
continues to do the
he's
same.
paying off more to make sure that
31
he's
and
free hand on the
change,
coverage.
up over 80K.
He still bluffs a lot, don't worry.
Saliba, the
So
only other
happy
player
about
in the
that
black, up
jump.
48.
It's gonna be great for ace high hands.
Huh?
Doesn't matter.
No,
You
he
want a
lost
business.
here, but
Yeah.
then he went to the PLO tables.
Bluff his ass.
He's also playing golf for
folded.
50K a hole with Ivy.
Yeah, he was telling us that. He was there with Bobby Baldwin yesterday, apparently.
Yeah. Ivy's a sicko. You know he trains. You know he
Right,
trains
up
for
to
golf,
4,000.
so that when his like clientele comes to town, he can just go and play for 50K a hole.
Oh.
You know it. He's studying mixed games. You know he's taking golf classes. He's probably good at. He's probably decent at all this stuff. You know, people want to bet with him.
Hands up.
Got to get good at everything, you know.
It's incredible.
Owen in a
Didn't
good
Bobby
spot
Baldwin
against
when he
Jaka
built
with ace king
Shadow,
against ace
like,
8.
Isn't it tailored to like
Zesty
they knew how far
flop.
he hit it, and the hills basically are right at like his driving distance? They were.
Top pair against
heard
nut
that
flush
before.
draw.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure.
Like, yeah, he
Makes
hit it
sense.
260, and there's a hill at 260, so he gets the little kick forward.
Right.
That'd be fantastic if that's true.
I don't know if
That-
it's true
that
or
kind of
not, but I've
thing-
heard because like obviously
Quarter
he's a
pot
big
C
gambler.
bet.
That kind of thing never even occurred to me.
There's like a little kid in the bushes that just like runs across the fairway, takes the ball and like throws it up further, and then gets back in the bushes.
It was so sick. There's no patrons because the PGA Tour was at Shadow last week or 2
Jaka
weeks
just
ago.
calls. Right color, wrong suit on the turn for him.
Phil Ivy's good at Miss Pac-Man. Did you know that?
I'm sure he is.
He's like the best in the
8,000?
world at it. Seriously.
Miss
8,000.
Pac-Man.
Miss Pac-Man, yeah.
8.
They showed him on
Probably
like,
because people want to bet on it.
some old poker show. They showed him.
That's what
He's like, yeah, I'm the best in the world.
That's all he does. He just sits here in Vegas.
Sits there and grinds it out.
Gets good at stuff that tourists want to do. People come to town, and he just prints.
That's what Poker Go should do. You just host like a
Call.
$25,000. It's like a 10 event. There's like Pac-Man. There's like pickleball.
For Ivy?
Like
Hands up.
Ivy's
Pickle-
Carnival.
pick-
of-
Turn
Ivy's
bet
Carnival.
gets called.
All right, write that one down.
Pickleball.
Ivy's Carnival.
Pac-Man,
Backdoor hearts show up.
table tennis.
He would sweep.
Pool.
He would just
Owen.
would sweep.
Rips it all
Gotta
in
have
there.
pool in there to get those chess maybe or something.
He said,
You'll be relieved not to get snap called
Jake
with
was
just one
golfing with
pair.
Ivy. Kid brings him a black coffee, small black coffee. Ivy tips him $500.
It has not been Brad Owen's day, but after losing that cooler to Faraz, he's happy to get a little bit of it back. Stick around, more to come. Welcome back to Poker After Dark, where our sit and go finds Brad Owen still on the short stack and Faraz Jaka in the chip lead.
He was playing with Lawrence Taylor, and then there was like a random like 30-year-old kid. And we asked our caddy, like, oh, who's the 30-year-old kid? Like, oh, that's like his gambling man. Like, this kid is like goes around and just gambles with Jordan and stuff or something on the course.
Raise after 4,000.
He just follows Jordan around and they gamble and play golf together.
Well, the guy's got to be someone if he has enough money to gamble with him.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
You probably just gotta be around one time, and then you gotta buy in, you know. And then you got 2 next time, and then you got 3 next time. And
Oh, maybe he ran it up
Yeah.
for somebody trying to get it all
Raise
back.
up
Yeah.
to 14.
That'd be a great movie or documentary.
I'm on the driving range, and Jordan's in the stall next to me. Like, I'm facing this way, and Jordan's there. And it's like 8 a.m. in the morning. Like, my first swing of the day, I take a divot. Like, I'm a decent golfer. And I take a
getting
divot, and
in
it kind of
some hands.
sprays towards Jordan.
It's gonna be, if I can come back.
His caddy walks over to me, taps me, can you
Yeah,
move
they have
down?"
this.
Saliba wants to swing with 8-5 suited after opening the button and getting 3-bet.
so instead of getting invited to play with him, you got invited to
Like, I'm like
shoot.
a single digit. It just, like, my first swing just made me look like I'm a hack.
Romero completely fans on the king high board, pauses and then
7,005.
barrels 7,500.
No, I've not played much at all.
Play typically?
Yeah, I used to play every day.
You would play at Angel Park. Why aren't you playing golf now? I feel like that's a pretty safe thing to do.
I've just been playing poker like
Oh.
every day. So it's just poker, like coaching, and then doing stuff. For
Interesting turn card after Saliba
Playing.
Faraz,
tears
chip
one
leader, go talk
off.
to the testimonial booth.
He picks
We'd
up
love to hear from
the
you.
heart draw.
Good idea.
Just
Romero hits a
stuff.
10.
The only other time, really, I
To talk about.
While Romero
Testimonials.
contemplates his
I'm trying
options,
to
it
set
appears
up,
Faraz is at our confession cam.
Talk to that camera.
every 2 weeks.
All right, so the entire table. Well, I don't know. I can't figure out if these guys think I'm going to keep bluffing because I showed the deuce 3. They think that I'm just doing that for my image, but they're listening. Okay, so here's the plan. We're going to bluff James one more time. We're going to show him a bluff. Who else do I want to target? I'm definitely not going to bluff Jonathan because he's just going to call me no matter what. So definitely going for value against Jonathan. That's the plan. I need something to talk about. What do you want to talk about? Okay, I'll talk about the king's hand. All right, so that was a pretty interesting hand, right? I mean, I did get super lucky. Kings versus 2 pair. Check the flop back because I was early position. He's in the big blind. I got 2 kings. He probably doesn't have much left. So checked it back. Turn was like best card in the deck because I'm thinking he might have hit that ace. So I actually bet super small on that turn because I'm going to get him to, you know, if he's got an ace and he got 2 pairs, he's definitely going to raise me. So when he raised me, I definitely thought he just has like aces up. I definitely didn't think he had 2 pair with the king since I had that. On the river, definitely think I could have gotten, he definitely could have folded, but I think after showing that deuce 3 and us talking a little smack, it's pretty hard to make that fold. So I got lucky. That deuce 3 probably worked in my favor there.
Meanwhile, Saliba missed
Good
his
job.
draw and is in the tank, possibly reaching for his cape. Does that full pot sizing look weak? On the heels of the turn check. The pre-flop free bet and the flop follow through.
Raise.
Which is it?
That looked like a less than confident method with which to deposit a river raise. And you wonder how much of that is playing into James Romero, who Snap asked, how much is it? 110 total, 65 more to call.
10 seconds. Call.
Romero didn't take too long to call and catches Justin.
Ace-10, I'm sorry.
Ace-10.
Saliba, you're way down the leaderboard. Well, Romero vaults to the top.
How are you going to blow up a spot in the middle of the hand?
I didn't say anything. It was all.
That was good content, bro.
I just wanted to comment on how aesthetically appealing.
Well, let's take a peek at the leaderboard after the dust clears from that valiant effort by Justin Saliba, but one that was damaging, leaving just 10K between himself and 6th place Brad Owen. Romero, of course, the beneficiary at 281K. Blinds going to 1,000, 2,000. And that'll happen after this break. Stay close. Before the break, Justin Saliba attempted a huge bluff, but James Romero sniffed it out, making the hero call and taking the top spot on the leaderboard.
You have to raise every hand.
This is the Beast S&C?
That was
Yeah.
sitting out, I think. Yeah.
So like your 12, you have to put like a special mark on like who's
Yeah,
at the
it's a
table
different
and
color
who's
table.
not.
Yeah, well, last time I could play on that site, they, I had, why are you laughing? It's true. I had no people at my Beast S&C table for the whole, like, I took all their chips.
I go to the confession table and tell Phil Magiam. I am associated with Jonathan.
Well,
the views and expressions are.
Thank you. Yeah, you don't get banned.
Heads up.
That would not be good for mine.
Saliba defends his big with 10-6. Flop's the only piece in this duo.
So you said you've just been playing online.
Little, though, has control.
A lot of hours.
C-bets.
I'm playing 4 days a week, but I've been doing a lot of coaching.
Quite a bit, yeah.
And then I've been studying a lot.
How much do you play for Oz?
Between that, it's like.
Well, during Cabo when all the big stuff was going on, I was playing like 5 days a week. But now I'm just playing Sundays and one other day.
I play like half of Sunday. Not all Sundays.
I'm playing a day and a half right now, but I was playing
Turn
5 days
improves
a week for,
Saliba
like,
to a flush
2
draw to go with the
months.
best hand.
Playing like 600 tournaments a month.
And in comes the diamond on the river after Little
I'm
checks
making
back.
content. I'm using COVID as a time to do all the stuff I
That you
wanted
don't
to
want
do,
to
but wasn't
do.
making time for.
Yeah. It's important, man.
Yeah.
What type of volume do you try to get your horses to play? 70, 60 or 70 right now.
Justin
Yeah, same here.
I work that much.
burns
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
last time
Playing
extension.
forward.
We're all
4
just doing
days.
different shit.
Probably playing like 50 hours, 40 hours.
Yeah. I mean, there's so
Rattle
many
your
things-
chips and
different
take
things
it,
to do
young
in this
man.
industry.
Yeah. Yeah, work is not.
Depends on what you
Co-
like.
COVID is
Last week I had a day. of
blowing
coaching.
up everyone's jobs, but it's also an opportunity to make it one.
Owen, even prettier.
Last week I
That was a bluff.
coached
That
all
was a
day
bluff.
from 9 a.m.
I know
to
that was a
3
bluff.
p.m. nonstop.
I have a
Like
read. I
5
didn't even
minutes
watch
late.
the hand.
Yeah, I've had some days like that.
Oh, see the best hand.
Dude, my throat is one thing. Even just like my head just like starts to hurt. Like after like
Do you like streaming?
third session. No, I'm talking about coaching.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's
Just
like-
because like I know I'm like talking like really loud and passionately about what I'm talking about, and I don't realize it. But yeah, by the
it's
third
like-
session, I'm like, my head
Yeah.
hurts. and
You're
my
drained,
throat-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I do the
Yeah.
same. I have coaching too.
Saliba
realize
trying to
that.
right the
I
ship
never schedule
up
more
to
than
69,000 now.
Yeah,
It's exhausting. Your future doesn't look as bright as if you just go out and make less of an annual income, but you play every live event. I think it scales better.
I mean, I can understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Raise to 5,000.
As far as immediate income, yeah, keeping living costs low and just playing, online, everything that runs is the best.
Yeah.
Immediate value for sure.
Call.
Ace-4 suited gets flatted by 2 nines.
It's a mix.
You're very sweet.
It's a mix. He's a nice boy.
Owen picking a bad time to get involved with diamonds.
How much you have of that?
Jaka
Faraz
wakes up
behind.
with 2 jacks.
Got you covered.
50 over there?
Me? I'm not even in the hand.
Not even the hand.
Oh, I thought, oh, you called. Okay.
There you go, Faraz.
I see.
Why is he looking at me?
The rest of the world and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like them
Would
playing
agree
on Poker
100%.
Stars and stuff, where like the ROIs are like 3 to 5x.
30,000.
And then
You're right.
further from there, if you live in Nevada. or
Well,
New
Jaka
Jersey,
has already shown off his creative side earlier in this
Like
session.
the ACR schedule, none of the good Europeans play because it's all like 4 a.m. in the morning.
Oh man, I hate that schedule.
And his
But
brush
there's
There's a lot
strokes
of good
are
regs on ACR
certainly
that are
familiar
European that they
to his
are smart and
colleagues.
They play midnight to 8 a.m. their time or whatever.
Right.
Just instead of
This is it.
battling
ICM.
This is the
on
big.
Poker Stars. So.
King 8 and ace 4 predictably out of the way.
Heads up.
I hated being up to like 6 a.m. playing on that site. It was so I hated it. It doesn't work when you have kids that wake up.
1 overcard to the 2 9s out there. Possible saving grace. Meanwhile, the jacks are an overpair.
25,000. Call.
Follow through of 25K gets called. An extra 50,000 slide into this pot as it swells to a $122. Not a scary turn card for the 9s.
Seconds. $50,000.
Jaka doubles the cost to 50K. And remember, there was a raise in 2 callers in front of Faraz and out of the big blind. He 3-bet this thing.
10 seconds.
He's certainly supposed to have a good hand.
Extension.
But Romero has his doubts.
What are you thinking about over there?
Call.
Add another 100,000 to the pot. 222 in change. And that is an interesting river. If Faraz was bluffing with ace high, he's now got the wheel. But he might be wondering whether or not an ace is somehow nestled in Romero's range. And for Romero, might this check make it look like he's up against a better pair and he needs to turn his hand into a bluff?
Ten seconds.
$105.
105.
105K. Enough to cover Faraz. This call would be for his tournament life. Earns his last time extension.
Show the bluff.
And he
Show
lays
the
it down.
bluff. Yep. 7s, 8s, and 9s. Only hands of.
James, proud of that one.
Got the jack of spades in my hand too.
Shows it off. Poker After Dark is brought to you by Napa Auto Parts and Auto Care Centers. Do it yourself or have it done for you. That's Napa Know-How. And by Cuervo Tradicional, made with 100% agave since 1795.
Hey.
Number of
So I'm hiking with my girlfriend near Cancun, next to a river. Two guys come out of the bushes with machetes.
Right.
Instantly, within 2 seconds, I had my bag off and my cell phones out, handing them my stuff with a smile on my face. Because I've had this, I've like planned this out in my head like,
You're like,
a
"Ah."
lot of times. Like, just as long as you don't kidnap me and like try to extort my family and then kill me, we're good. You can have all my stuff. And I had a lot of good stuff on me. I had 1,100 cash. I had a Trezor. I had two Apple iPhones, passports, credit cards. Instantly gave it to all of them.
They were just like, that was
leave
way
it alone.
easier than it was supposed to be.
No.
Too bad compared to what it could be for you.
Bro, I was happy. I was
that's
happy
not bad
with
at
it.
all.
I mean, okay,
like 3K
but
in
it gets a little bit
inconvenience
worse
with the
though,
passport,
because we don't want to go back in the bushes where they just came out of. So we have to swim across this river back to the tourist area.
Okay.
River has signs all along the edge that says have pictures of alligators. This is no joke. This is in Cancun. You can Google this. This is a true story.
Saliba, limp the Jack 8 suited.
It's dangerous.
can swim.
And we're going straight into Rio, which is, I think, more dangerous right now than Mexico.
Hung in there when Little put the
Rio's
tax on it.
Rio's pretty bad.
There was no
Yeah.
betting
Yeah.
on the flop.
I-
As Saliba flopped a gut shot. Now they both
stop
bink
following
a
there.
Jack. Advantage Little with the
better
better kicker.
That's the name of the area in Rio, right?
That's the city. It's the big main city, the main tourist beach.
In
What?
Rio, right?
They playing
Yeah.
live or online
Yeah.
better?
Copacabana
So yeah,
Beach.
I'm pretty like Sao Paulo is
Really?
like so much better than Rio, in my opinion. It's just like more of like a New York kind of, you know, big city with a bunch of awesome stuff.
Like,
Rio, I mean, the beaches are awesome.
I
The
enjoy
weather's
it.
great.
Saliba
but
check calls the 12K.
I think I'm at significant risk of getting. I think I'm at significant risk of getting robbed again, especially because I'm gonna have like a GoPro. I'm gonna be
Oh
like
yeah,
filming stuff.
Yeah, I'd be very
11,000.
careful about where you're doing that. Yeah.
like,
Sao Paulo is
for,
definitely
like
less.
3 weeks a month
like,
and then travel to like
still
one big tournament a
riskier,
month.
but it's way less than Rio. Yeah.
You're
I think it's just
married,
nicer too.
What?
It's
You
like
married?
better stuff to do, higher
not
quality
officially.
life.
Your value bet.
I just know I know Copacabana. That's why I'm going, because I know all the good spots.
Little dials it back to 11,000 on the river as he squeezes
And
12.
precious chips off of
11.
Saliba's short stack.
So where did the guys go? They just left?
So David Peters is still there.
No, the robbers.
So yeah, they just left. They were happy and they left.
So do you think there's a chance that you could have?
Best tweet I saw was,
Tough.
no wonder what's the training side of those coaches doesn't cost very much because they only teach you they don't teach you how to play turn play. It's just popped in when he was checking every turn live. I can't remember the exact tweet. I'm butchering it. And they teach you how to play 2 streets of poker.
Oh, it was pads, I think.
Yeah, it was pads. He tweeted that.
Time for the
He
confession.
7,000.
has some odd takes, though.
It was just funny because like that was the first session and the ground even admit it because he like checked back like every strong hand.
King Queen offsuit opens.
One,
All
Brad
in is nuts.
ready to draw a line in the sand.
6 hole.
All right.
Call.
And A7's going to get some action here.
Coin flip.
Good luck.
There you.
To who?
Both.
We can't both win.
You
Chop it up. Chop it up.
You want someone?
I'll take a chop.
Chop it up. We'll take it back. Come on, let's take it back.
No, I want blood. If I have to
want
sit
blood?
here and wait for you guys to
It's
deal
gonna
out
be
the
pretty
cards,
tough
I
for it
want to
to
see
chop.
pain on someone's face.
Uh-oh. A7 not looking good. All in for his tournament life. Brad needs an ace.
Was it all in over here?
Jeez,
And one less ace available, courtesy of the club on the turn.
it's gonna be tough.
If you stand up, the ace of spades will come on the
Does that
river.
happen?
Yeah. Only if you stand up. You have about 2
I
seconds.
don't want the ace of spades.
Ace of
You don't
spades.
have
Give
a
me the ace
sweat-
of
Oh,
spades.
you don't have a
for fun.
sweatshirt. So
Oh, ace of hearts. It does work. Nice
Not
job.
quite the ace of spades, but the ace of hearts. A 2-outer comes in,
sorry, I want to keep it
giving
Oh,
Brad
God.
a new lease on life.
more the
You
merrier.
said it, too. You said give him the ace.
Give him the ace.
Next time on Poker After Dark,
3 pair. You have 3 pair?
No. Never that good.
as blinds get higher,
I still think I'm going to win. I don't see how I lose this.
bets get bigger.
Running queens is what's coming? That's fine.
and push comes to shove.
Owen. I called because I respect you, James.